Right, I'm joined here today by Johnny Koen, now a double champion in the super middleweight and middleweight division of the MasterBox, what do you call it? MasterBox SA.
MasterBox South Africa, yeah.
And how does it feel now being a double champ?
Hayden, it's actually, thanks for having me. It's 2 years in the running. Like I've been trying to get to you in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it feels good. Look, it's history on its own. Being champion once, already being the first MasterBox champion, I made history. Now being a double champion, it's going to take a lot for another fighter to catch up to that.
And of course, Greg Walker, the guy that you stepped in the ring with in the last fight, you guys are now 1-1 officially. Tell us about the fight.
Okay, look, first fight, big ups to Greg. Beat me. It is what it is. The better man won on the day. I asked for a rematch. Greg gave it to me, and yeah, it was boxing on my terms, my event, and there wasn't gonna be any different result because I was lucky to get the first result as it is, and for him to beat me twice, and the second time the way he beat me the first time was never gonna happen. But he's a good boy. He's a good man. I can't call him a boy. He's actually a grown-up man. He's a good guy. He was a good opponent, and I couldn't have chosen a better opponent for my last fight.
Right. And what of the future for you? What do you want to do next?
Look, my first event was quite a success promoting it. I'm looking at doing FK2 in the next 3 months. Hopefully I can get 16 fights on that event, and I'll decide from there what's going to happen moving forward.
I noticed that you also did try going to bare knuckle, didn't really materialize that.
Okay, obviously last year, I think February or March, I had my first bare knuckle fight. I fought an ex-UFC fighter, Tumasang Madiba. Actually got him out in 1 round. And I was supposed to fight Aniset Kanyeba on Tany's event, got postponed to another date, got postponed again. Then I was going to fight him on Brad Block's event towards June, July last year, and that also fell through. So yeah, but I'm done with the bare knuckle as well. It's just if the money's worth it, maybe. If it's inviting, if the money's right, I'd maybe do it again. But other than that, like I'll support where I can when it comes to those events and the people hosting the events.
And now you got the 2 belts. I mean, you're going to have to defend one of them. I assume, which one are you going to go for?
If I do fight again, look, middleweights, I can fight anywhere between 66 and 76.
So we're even talking about welterweights as well.
Welter, yeah. I was actually supposed to come back as a pro at welter. I made 67.2 and BSA wouldn't allow me to fight. But if I had to fight again, I'd probably do a defense of the super middleweight. Greg did give me a rematch that I'd asked for, and I think it's only fair that if I had to fight again, that it would be against Greg, seeing as I'd be repaying the favour he made me. But then again, it's a big if. I'll see how winter goes. I'm spending time with my family. I'm working on my business. And like I said to you earlier, it's got to be worth my while for me to actually start training again and being worried about defending a title. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense.
You say if, but I feel like the boxing bug has caught you again. You always boxed, but you came back after a long time. How big is that if?
Look, it's like I said, if it's worth it, then maybe I'll do it. It's a big if. It's got to be worth my time and worth my effort.
Is there any other opponent besides Greg out there that's that's catching your attention that maybe you'd like to defend the belts against, or alternatively fight for another belt?
Okay, look, I had Grant to be fighting on my event as well. He actually beat the number 1 rated fighter at super middle, but I've beaten Grant. There's nothing more for me to gain fighting at middle or super middleweight. There's only champions at cruiserweight, which is Jared. The weight advantage is just way too much, seeing as I fight between 66 and 76 kilos. So no, there's not really anyone I've got my eye on at this moment in time.
And all the people that come watch you, obviously excited to see you.
Look, I appreciate the support. I've got gang support. I've got a whole army of people that come out and support, regardless of what event I fight on. If you go back and you check, each event I've fought on has either been sold out or close to sold out, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for every person that comes and actually gives their time to watch me fight. I've had sponsors that have been there from day one. I've had a good support structure, boxing-wise, from day one, which I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for everyone that actually puts in effort when it comes to boxing.
I know that you work full time as well, but do you ever have those regrets of a full boxing career?
No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what I have now. Look, I look at the amount of people that are fighting now, and the amount of pros fighting now, and if 1 or 2 or 3 out of them make it in boxing, that's a lot. And out of those, maybe 90% don't have anything to fall back on. So I'm grateful for having a full-time job, working for myself, running an electrical business. I'm grateful for where I am, because if I'd carried on with boxing, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Let's talk about back in the day, because a lot of the new audience here wouldn't have known your amateur background and who you were with. If I'm not mistaken, you were in the Hecky Butler, the same Boyson's Boxing Club. I mean, tell us a little bit more about that.
As a youngster, I grew up in the Boyson's Boxing Gym under the watchful eye of Nicky Ness, Herbie Vermeulen. I had 190 amateur fights. I think I won 3 national titles. I won 2 national trials. I won a bronze medal at the Olympic qualifiers in Namibia. I've won bronze at the Zone 6 Games. I've been to the Commonwealth Games. I've been in England numerous times fighting for Joburg and South Africa. And I grew up in the south of Joburg, and every second boy was doing boxing. So.
Well, let's talk about that, because Warren Jabir is one of the guys that also jumps in your corner as well. You would have been in his generation. So how close are you and Warren?
Warren Jabir and I are tight as can be. Look, if I can phone Warren now and tell him, listen, I'm fighting in 4 months' time, I'm going to come use your gym, he'll tell me straight away, Johnny, come use the gym, I'll corner you, whatever's needed. Warren will bend over backwards, not just for me, but I think for anyone involved in boxing, per se, if you know what I mean. It's Warren and I have done numerous rounds together, and we laugh together. Warren is probably one of the most down-to-earth, most humble boys to come out of the south of Joburg.
And in terms of developing new boxers, do you have anyone that you got coming up on your side that you want to invest in and spend some time with them?
Not at the moment. Look, I want to do a few more events, see how that goes, and then from there we'll start picking out to see who needs to move forward, who's actually got a career in boxing. But at the moment in time, no, I don't. Right. There's a youngster though.
Who?
Sheldon. He's actually at Nicky's gym now. He trains with Nicky, fights for Nicky and them. If looked after, I think that boy is going to do wonders.
Right, well, we look forward to seeing obviously the next generation. I did an interview with Nicky a couple of months ago as well.
Yeah, so
detailing like a little bit of the history of Boyson's. Do you have a message for the public out there?
Just it's come out, come support boxing. There's so many events going on where fighters need the support, need people there to support them and watch them. And those that do come out and support the boxing, thank you. I know the boxing fraternity appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know.